If time is moving faster than ever, should we be slowing down? I've been thinking a lot about this over this week because something feels off, Time doesn't feel like the way it used to. Like it's going by faster. And the problem is it's not leaving anything meaningful behind. The days seem shorter. You wake up, you go through your work, you check your phone, maybe you scroll a bit, you handle your responsibilities, and before you know it, the day's over. And even on days where you're present, it doesn't really feel like you were there at all. It always feels like you're missing something. And I think a big part of that has to do with the world we're currently living in. Everything is optimized for immediacy. If you want entertainment, it's instant. If you want food, it's at your door. If you want to purchase a product, it's there the next day. And if you want to find connection, you can find it instantly. Everything is fast, everything is on demand. And without you even realizing, you're being conditioned to expect life to work the same way. Quick results, quick dopamine, quick satisfaction. But then I started questioning something, what if this is the right way to live? What if leaning into instant gratification is just evolution? What if it's just progress? And the only way I could answer that was by looking back. If I think about a week where I was completely tuned out, distracted, scrolling and chasing easy dopamine, I genuinely can't think of anything from that time that stayed with me. No real memory, no moment that actually mattered. It's almost like that time just disappeared. And I guess that's the trade-off, right? The more instant something is, the less your mind holds on to it. The novelty fades quicker, the memory fades quicker. Now compare that to the things that people actually miss. No one says I miss the days where I sat on the couch and scrolled all day. People miss their childhood, they miss being carefree. They miss running around, laughing with their family, being fully present without even trying, they miss traveling, exploring, struggling through something and coming out the other side. There's a pattern here, things that stay with us are the things that took time. Which brings me to something else. Almost everything meaningful in life requires patience. Like any real goal or any real transformation, it doesn't happen instantly. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes failure, and it takes repetition. And especially in a world that's constantly pulling you towards immediacy, choosing patience might feel unnatural, which is why it matters even more now. Because if you choose the default path that's built around instant gratification, you might feel busy, you might feel stimulated, but you don't actually move forward. And I've noticed that in my own life, the more I lean into things that take time, that require me to slow down, the more I feel something. These monologues are a small example of that. It's time where I'm forced to sit, to think, to be present, and in doing that, it feels like I'm putting pieces together, understanding myself a bit more, seeing small areas of growth. And none of this is instant, but it feels real. And I don't think I'd experience that if I was constantly chasing what's quick and easy. And I guess the goal isn't to reject everything that's instant, but to be aware of it. To not let it take over completely, to still make sure you're investing time into things that actually stay with you. Because at the end of the day, time is going to pass by anyway. The question is whether you'll actually feel it or just watch it go by. So I'll go back to the question I started with. If time is moving faster than ever, should we slow down? Thank you for listening as always. I'll see you guys next week.